Did you really think you could just walk off with that?
It might just be that I'm not very interested in the genre, or really sure what the genre is. Is it fantasy, science fiction, adventure, mystery? I must admit I didn't finish this one. It never really grabbed me, and it felt almost too, um, I felt he was a little cartoonish. And Zephrex, he seemed a little too, like he was the author's self-insertion. He had no flaws.
By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
It's okay if you don't have anything to add. Being here is enough. Oh, I quite like this one. What a lovely and thought-provoking read.
As a community, we come together to help those in need. Food, shelter, basic amenities. We'll provide because that's what people do for one another.
I find the books we read fascinating, even when I don't enjoy them. Seems like we're all here for this week. Any volunteers to go first?
I'm sorry. We'll be here if you need us. Stay safe out there. What do you think you're doing?
Here on Mars? Neither. Most people are content on their own. But I'd be lying if I didn't get the sense that there are more enlightened here than devout universals.
Put that back.
Then I think you should do what's in your heart. But you should let the person know why.
Help! Murder!
I know it seems unkind to say, but I believe a group of toddlers banging away at a keyboard could have accidentally written a more compelling mystery novel. It's good to talk about such things rather than bottle them up. You've come a long way from the person you used to be, Salmon. Well, I'm merely a representative of the House of Enlightenment, and not actually a priest of any sort. But to answer your question, there isn't a strict need for a priest in our organization. Of course, my child. I'm here to help. You're welcome to join our group if there's an open chair.
Why, hello there. What can I help you with? Have you come to seek assistance from the House of Enlightenment?
I see. Is this person someone you care about? Thus, the Sidonia Community Center was established as a place anyone could come to connect with one another and engage in any number of activities, including book clubs, movie viewings, game nights, and support groups. I agree it was well written and, yes, sensual, though the book would have been just as good without that scene. I'm not sure how much it added.
Help! Someone's being attacked. Pickpockets, stop!
Instead of preaching and proselytizing, our leaders focus on celebrating science and bringing communities together as a force of good in the universe. Of course, Salmon, it's okay to feel these feelings and talk about them. The past lingers with us always. All are welcome, even people wearing silly costumes.
Thank you. Horace will be glad to hear about our conversation. I'll have to ask more people, both with and without rewards offered, and see how they respond. Then I'll get back to Horace with the results. Thank you.
Exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head. Was it wrong for Talat to abandon Mahenda for her? Yes, because it led to death and destruction at the consulate. But at the same time, without that, they never would have cured Nanaba.
For it's the community and faith in one another which is important, not adherence to a particular religious dogma. While we don't have a belief in a greater power, we have faith in humanity, that people will always strive to better the human race. I'll take that, thank you. What do you think? That's fair. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Maybe we'll talk again sometime.
If you need me for a little enlightened wisdom, maybe it could wait until after I'm done here?
Someone do something! Good point. Though I wonder if I had told you I would reward you for your time, would you have had the same response? Yes, the enlightened serve as a community-centric institution, much like a traditional church, but without religious faith.
Not every light is starlight. The light in this room is made by people, for people.
Of course. We can talk about it if you'd like. What do you think you're doing? I've got this, Horace. He came to me this time. I'll be here if you need guidance.
Hi there. We have a group therapy session in progress, so please be respectful of the others. What we need to do is reflect on who we've become since then and try to remind ourselves of how much we've learned and grown.
What are you doing?
Hello. Something you need to get off your chest? No, you strike at the heart of the problem. Too much time is wasted on what will happen rather than what is.
While I don't agree with you, I can definitely respect that opinion. Take your time.
For the life of me, I can't imagine how this book ended up on any bestseller list. It's a nice change of pace to participate in a group rather than running one. As cities often do, it grew to support much more. Unfortunately, most of our accommodations remain small and Spartan.
You've inspired me to try a little scientific experiment with this theory whenever you're ready. No rush.
If you care about them, then you owe them that much.
I guess when you get down to it, as long as people are good to each other, it doesn't matter what drives them to be good. Never forget, there's nothing humanity can't accomplish through science and working hand in hand with one another.
Oh my God!
Be well in your travels.
Hey, give that back! Someone help me!
Hey, give that back.
I understand. We all carry around some sort of guilt about the past. What matters is finding a way to let go of it and distance ourselves from it.
Oh, Horace, you know that's a terrible idea for our friendship.
Glad to see some returning faces. Does anyone have something they'd like to share? Why, hello there. Everyone's welcome in our little book club. Certainly. The circle's all yours.
All are welcome here, enlightened or not.
The romance between Florence and Talat not only felt natural despite happening on the battlefield, but raised some very interesting moral conundrums.
I'll wait.
Hey, that isn't yours!
Even if that higher power is a construct of the human mind, that construct serves as a sort of moral foundation, which drives people to be good.
I can see the appeal for younger readers, but frankly, the book didn't do anything for me. The first step is realizing that yourself. I have little doubt that once you do, you'll be able to properly move on, and the answers to your problems will come to you naturally. All right, that looks like everybody. Who wants to begin this week? I'll be honest with you. I didn't really get it. It was very confusing.
Horace and I may disagree on matters of faith, but we both try to do what we can to help those who feel lost with our community.
Help! I'm being attacked! What would you like to talk about, Salmon? Perhaps we could talk more later?
Don't try that again. That's an interesting perspective. Thank you.
However, we do have leaders who take on a similar role in terms of guiding communities.
We'll always be here if you need something or just want to meet people. I'll be sure to share that with Horace.
Those who care about you will see you for who you are now, not who you were. Certainly. Living space is limited in Sidonia. It was originally built as a mining outpost and needed only the bare minimum amenities to support life. The writing was poor, the plot made no sense, the twist felt so contrived, and it came out of nowhere. That doesn't mean there aren't plenty of universals about. Horace certainly has his hands full, but is always willing to talk to another disciple. Sensual?
We're here to serve the Sidonia community in many ways.
I heard you may have had something to do with that cute little poster on the community center wall. I assume that's one of Renee's specials and not your own? Remember, anything said here remains here. Sure, Salmon. Please, go ahead.
A strong community is stronger than any higher power. And if that divine morality developed early enough in human society, then maybe it still serves as our moral foundation, whether or not we have faith now.
And I really wasn't sure what Sarlon, the antagonist, what his motivation was for attacking the Allied worlds.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out, And Jack does make strong cocktails. He believes that faith in a higher power is what inspires more people to be good. I say that more people do good without any promise of divine reward or retribution. Actually, before you go, would you mind helping me out with something? I was debating with my dear friend Horace and would like an outside opinion. That's mine. Give it back. Faith in the greatness and ingenuity of the human spirit is what helped us spread among the stars. That's okay. Maybe the sanctum universum is more your speed. If so, you can always speak with Horace over there.
It's okay to remember and talk about it, but don't let it define who we are today. You're a different person now, Salmon. You're allowed to be proud of that.